How you going? Back down to the Brindabellas. Come down, there's a party of 7 vehicles we've come in. Weather's supposed to be a bit ordinary over the weekend, but we'll just see how we go with getting back out of here. It's pretty gnarly getting in here, so we'll just see how we go. We'll monitor the weather when we can. Go for a bit of a wheel. We might whip up to Mount Corree and have a look up there. I haven't been up there since about 2019, and it was pretty crook weather then. So if the weather clears up, we'll get up there and have a look around. Might get the drone up for a bit of a look. Main thing is we're going down to Macintyres, so we're just going to set up camp at Macintyres. Doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic on the way in so far, so we might have the place to ourselves. It should be nice and quiet down the back there somewhere. Have a swim in the river and just enjoy the peace and quiet for a couple of days. Get a few tracks done and just see how we go. Thanks for watching. Brindabellas was great. The proposed rainfall that was going to come through didn't occur. We had nice hot sunny days in the high 20s. Spent a lot of time swimming in the river. Left camp there this morning. There was only 3 of us left, 3 vehicles left Macintyres hut this morning. Those 2 boys have gone back home on to Sydney. The other 4 boys that came down on Friday, they left Saturday morning because they were worried about getting out of Macintyres hut on that trail. If it was wet, there was predicted a fair bit of rain, so they bailed on the Saturday morning. Unfortunately for them, it stayed fine. We were swimming all day and did a bit of fishing. Didn't catch anything, but did a bit of fishing. Sat by the fire, did a few trails, power lines and that, and went up to Mount Corree. Beautiful day up at Mount Corree. Last time we were at Mount Corree, September 2019, it was cold and windy, and the rain was going sideways across the top of the mountain, so it wasn't real pleasant. But it was our first time up there. We had to have a look at it. But yesterday when we were up at Mount Corree, it was just a perfect day. Anyway, we made it now to mate's place just near Bungonia, north of Goulburn. Rock Farm, he calls it. So up at Rock Farm, there's just myself here tonight. Just going to chill out, sit by the fire, and tomorrow I'll get the drone up if it's a nice day and we'll fly over the farm and that. Maybe do a trail or 2, but tonight's just the chill out, and back home tomorrow afternoon probably.